Hey folks, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farm Simulator 2017, and welcome back to Lone Oak Farm. So today's going to be kind of an all hands on deck episode. We've got a couple crops in. We already brought our canola in field 48. We've got our barley in field 49, and we've also got our grass in fields 35 and 44. We're going to make silage bales in field 35, and we're going to put that process on 2 workers, get them going, and then we're going to head over to field 49. As you can see down here in the southeast corner of field 49, virtually every piece of equipment that we have is out there, and you'll see why in a minute. If you don't know, this is the moment. Where is it? Where's the trigger? There it is. This is the Krona Ultima by ARM Modding, the ARM team. And if you don't know this mod, it is legendary. I don't know if there's another mod that's had this amount of, I don't know what you want to call it, like time and effort put into it. It's crazy. But you can get it to manually or automatically refill. And I have it set to manually refill, which means we need to come over here to these pallets of goods, and we need to refill this stuff. Now, one thing about this one and the Straw Harvest add-on, one thing that I don't like about either of them is you can't refill these until they're empty. So, like this is the net, right? And then it feeds into a little roller up on top. If there's, say, 10% up on top, we can't force load a full roll in there. We have to wait until it runs out, and it's most likely going to run out while we're over at field 49, which is not the end of the world. Come on. Which is not the end of the world. It just means we're going to have to come over here and load it up manually, and we'll get a little message saying that it's stopped. Not a big deal. But I think we're just going to get a lot of things started today, and then I'm going to have to finish off camera because there is a lot to do today particularly. I think once we're done with this, it's going to calm down because then all we'll have is sunflower and sugar beets. I always want to say sweet potatoes, but it's not. Step off those. There you go. So once we get that going, the sunflower and the sugar beets, I feel like we won't have, come on, there's a lot of triggers. These have really nice lighting under them also when you're working at night or like late in the evening or early in the morning. Very nice lighting. So I have this on the Puma. I think it's going to be enough. It's a flat field. I think it's going to be enough. I hope it is, because we're out of tractors. Right. So, you know, I try to drive carefully in this little triangle of grass, even though we're not going to harvest it. Right? Like I don't want to crush grass that we're never going to harvest. So here's our Big M, and I'm going to put the Big M on course play, and then I'm going to put this Puma on course play behind it. Right? Don't hit the Big M, because we wanted to harvest the row that's left in the center by the Big M. Make sense? I think it does. I think it does. So we are going to do, is this field 35? Is that what we said? This field 35. Course play. We are going to be doing field work. Field 35. It does give it to us. Automatic. Start location. This is the southwest corner. Starting direction north. North. Turn to first point. Deactivated headland. Yes, and We're going to do 2 headlands, but we're not going to do them first. And it doesn't matter what direction we go in. And let me tell you why. We are going to have to crush a little crop to get to our starting point. But there's a reason we're going to do it that way. And the reason we're going to do it that way is... it's all the way on the other side. How do we want to do this? I hate crushing grass. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Gonna have to crush a little either way. When I'm mowing and baling, I like to do my lengths first, because if we do a headland first with a baler running behind, we leave bales in the headland, and then at the end of our lengths, our equipment is trying to deal with them and drive around them. And if we're on a worker can't see a bale. A worker can see another vehicle, they can't see a bale. So let's do it this way. And we're just going to skirt along the edge of the field here, an area that we probably wouldn't mow anyway. Yeah, this is going to be the very, very edge of the field. Okay. Save game. Where's our marker? There it is, right there. So, let's get this going. And, oh, before I forget, we actually have to save this. It's critical that we save this. So this is F35 grass row 14 meter, yes. Okay. And it's important that we save it because we have to, I'm going to say 11 miles an hour. That's a good, we're not going on the street, but we'll back that down anyway. Turn those off. Beacon lights, because beacons are fun. No offset. First waypoint, go. So let's hop out here and make sure this thing and our gates are closed. Are our gates closed? Ah. We need our gates closed. We can clean that up afterwards. First waypoint. And of course it's going to close everything up just to drive 10 feet, but that's what Courseplay does. Not a big deal. So now, gates are closed and we should be leaving a nice fat row of grass. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. So now we run over to our Puma? Yeah. If this all goes to plan, it won't, but if it does, it's going to be something to see, man. We're going to have like 7 workers going at once. But we'll see. The other thing I need to remember is we cannot let Big M finish its course. And the reason why is because we got bales stacked on the side of this field. And we're going to gather up our silage bales today, put them in the same place. Well, not the same place, but we're going to continue forming this row along the edge of the highway. I think that works well. but Courseplay can't see bales. So if Courseplay gets to that final headland, when it comes around there, it will knock those bales everywhere. So it's critically important that we remember to interrupt our big M before it's done. We will forget. It will make a mess of those bales, I'm confident. But you know what? It's not the end of the world. So these are looking a little odd. Make sure everything's working okay here. And anything that we don't get, we've got a nice rake. Anything that we don't get, we can just come back and do manually. Oh yeah, it looks like a hot mess. Okay, so load a course. F35 grass row 14 meter. You got it. This thing goes super slow because it has to keep emptying when it's on particularly fat rows. Big fat rows of grass like that. I suspect we're going to need to come into this field and do some cleanup manually, but not a big deal. Turn those off. Turn those on. First waypoint. Are we making bales? I want to say yes. Oh, we got to turn it on first to see. Wrap bales on. Yep. All right. Oh yeah? Let's try it this way. Let's put it on field work and see if it works any better. I believe we had it on transport. Transport or harvest? We had it on the wrong thing. We wrapping? We're wrapping. Is he... Is he just going? He's backing up. Okay. Ah! Okay. How I love you. Right. Is he making a bale? He's making a bale. Beautiful. Alright, my evil plan is working for the moment. But we are going to need to do some cleanup on those short rows. They are a mess. Alright. So I bought something. Of course I did. This is why I'm always broke. I bought the Kramer. And I bought the... It's a bale grab. It's part of the straw harvest. It's a bale grab, but you can move it vertically and horizontally. We're going to load our flatbed with this today. Out at the job site, out at the work site. We're going to load it with this, and the reason why is I want my bales vertical rather than horizontal. The wheel loader, the grab that's on the wheel loader stacks the bales horizontally, flat, and it's 5 wide. Even though we were only picking up 3 wide, it is 5 wide. And the problem with that is I want to put some of these bales in the barn, and I couldn't because the grab is too wide to fit into the barn for one thing, and also it would be, the orientation would be all wrong. I need to stack them in the barn vertically, and that means they need to be on the flatbed vertically, and then they need to come off vertically. So I think this is going to be better solution. Plus, it's just fun to get a new piece of equipment. And these bales are the 8,700 liter bales. So I did put a big weight on the back here. And I hope that's enough to make a difference, because 3 bales were almost tipping the wheel loader, and this thing is, that wheel loader is a monster, and this thing is tiny compared to it, so hopefully it works. No idea. And if it doesn't work, there's no rain forecast, so we can just leave some bales in the field and go to plan B. Right, so we've got our quad track out here with our pellet maker, and then we've got our farm truck and trailer to service the pellet maker. We've got our cart to service our combine. We've got 2 tippers. And then down here, we've got a bale trailer and our baler. And we're actually going to start, I need to pull that around, so let me put this here. We're going to start baling on the headlands, same as we did on our grass field, because it just worked well. And then I'll gather up the bales, and then we'll turn the pellet maker loose. Turn that off. All right, so first thing we'll do is get our harvester going, and like we did with Big M, we're going to set this up on a course, on course play, so that both the baler and the, I don't want to crush any of my neighbor's crop here. I'll do my very best. I'll do my very, very best. You see what I'm saying? We're going to run the baler the same way we're running the baler in the grass field. We're going to run the baler behind this harvester as well. You know what I'm saying. So now, course play, and this is field 49. We're doing field work. This is field 49. We are in the southeast corner. We are heading west. Deactivated. We're going to do 2 headlands first. Yep. Bypass islands. We're going to activate that because we do have the tree. No, it's not an island. It's not an island. It's, yeah, you see what I'm getting at, right? So do this. Let's see. It does go around the tree. Perfect. And I think our settings are still good from last time. Field speed, well, it won't go more than about 6 miles per hour. But do that, do that. Not going to do that. No combine convoy. Of course. Interesting. Why? Okay, it's leaving quite a bit on the field there. But we can clean that up. And also, you're messing with me here. Straw swap. Okay, it just can't be on course play when you do it. It's got to be. You know what I mean? Like it was active when I was trying to turn on the straw swap. Beautiful. Right. So that is rolling now. Hop out, and here's my bit. I gotta do one more thing. Telling you, man, if this all works out, this is gonna be something. This is F49 13 meter row. So, and I just loaded this thing up with twine and net and everything we need. All right, so we get that going. Don't tail whip. Yep. Right there. We go into course play. We're going to load field 49, 13 meter row. Is that it? Slow these speeds down a little bit. Slow that down a little bit. Field work. And let's say next closest. Right. And Jesus, our combine's already half full. Right. So let's get a cart. I don't think, in my mind, I thought I would be able to grab some of those bales in between, but I don't think so. I think carting is going to keep me busy because these, nope. There we go. Barley is so fluffy. It really fills up the harvester quickly. Sorry, I'm super concentrating right now. I'm trying to watch a bunch of things, and I'm hoping in fact, yep. Sorry. Gotta break the immersion for a second. Right? My fear that we were gonna hit these bales. Although it looks like I'm gonna interrupt it just before we get there because it's pretty close, but it's very close. Is it gonna make it? Is it gonna make it? No. No way. Oh, game. Look at you coming through for me, game. Perfect. And while we're here, we can go over here and see how this thing is doing. Missed a lot of grass in here. It's interesting. Okay. So he's still doing okay. He hasn't run out of stuff yet. Where is our cart? Ah! Okay. We're just going to leave it there for now. And I'll do the rest of this off camera. But it looks like we did okay. All right, and now our harvester is full. There's our cart. Whew! I'm telling you, man, if we can do this, we'll be on to something. Fortunately, the baler that we have running, the round baler, uh, that's baling grass right now goes so slow, and at some point it is going to run out of consumables as well, and then it'll just stop until we go over and manually refill them. So it's okay. I think we're going to be all right. And we got our Magnum is raring to go here. Has that thing even dropped off any bales yet? No, it has not. Okay. I thought there'd be a lot more coming out of it. I thought there'd be like multiple bales per row. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so that's emptying. Oh, Gearbox. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Right. So that's empty. We get a sheet on there. And I'm going to drive this thing down here and park it, I think. Wait for the combine to come around, because it made it all the way down one length and halfway across. Okay. So I'm going to park this thing down here. And our, yep, baler's still baling. Silage baler, or grass baler. It ain't silage yet. It's only grass. So that is still doing okay on consumables. Right, and I think, I mean, it's just going to be more of the same. So I think once how about once our cart is full and we dump to one of our trailers, that's where we'll call it an episode. And if I leave this right here, when the combine comes around, it will take the end of the field off and give me some room to work. Okay, so that's doing its thing. That's doing its thing. Everybody's working. I thought we'd have more people. We've only got 3 workers going right now. Well, we turned off the big M, so that would be 4, and I can't start the pellet maker till our lengths are done, so that would be 5. So, yeah, we could, in theory, we could have 5 workers going at once. And is that Magnum like right behind? Yeah. Magnum be like thirsty. Okay. Now is this gonna clear the lone oak, the proverbial lone oak? I think it is. Ah, okay. Should I run? I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run for it. Try to maintain the immersion, but then, well, maybe, because it's 1/3 full. The harvester's 1/3 full. Can we do this? Can we make it to the Corona and back before the thing's full? I don't think so. I'm running, man. I'm sprinting. And when I fired this up today, I haven't had this map and this equipment loaded for a while, and I've been doing a ton of sim racing. The way Windows is set up, how do I want to say this? The way Windows is set up, it prioritizes programs that you use a lot, and I use a lot of programs a lot, so I don't know really how it deals with that, but I feel like it's always trying to come up with something. How do I want to say it? Oh, that's cool. It opened the doors. That's different. So we got one row there, and we get one. One right there. That's cool. Closes the doors. Off it goes. Beautiful. And let's see how many bales we have. Not showing me. Okay. 65%. All right. We can make it. We can do this. So I feel like it's always, Windows in my case is always confused about what apps I use the most, because it's like I use all of them the most. So then anytime I use one even a little bit less, it, I don't know, deprioritizes it or something. You know, Windows is always trying to help and screwing things up. But I was having just a ton of load spikes and lag spikes when I fired up Farm Sim today, and I was curious if I was even going to be able to do an episode, because I just got new graphics drivers downloaded, and sometimes those will kind of wreck you. You know, they're supposed to, like, I don't know, whatever, but sometimes they make things worse instead of better. So I was curious if the graphics drivers that downloaded had, you know what I'm saying, and I wouldn't even be able to do an episode, but it all worked out. Right. And we're going to get a little bit more yield, because like right here we've got, you know, this row I didn't plant, several rows, plus we've got tram lines in there. So hopefully our yield will pick up a little bit. And we did go around the tree. You know, I don't want to get to a point where I'm like casual about losing crop, if that makes sense. I don't want to get to a point where I'm like, oh, you know, we have so much crop, I don't mind wasting some. I don't think I'll get to that point, but I want to be careful that I never get that attitude. And 98%, 99%. Come on, Gearbox. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ah. Oh, you're kidding. Our grass baler that we just ran over and put foil in, now it needs net. Oh, game. I love you. I love you, Farm Sim. Okay, let's get this thing empty. Wow, why did it drive down that far before it stopped? Oh, I wonder if the Magnum was pushing it. Yeah, because it's trying to go backwards. Easy, fellas. Easy. Oh, fuck. Ah. Come on. There we go. Okay. That thing is empty. Let's do this. It's back. It might not work. Okay, we're gonna try it. You know where I'm headed. Right. Love the sound on this tractor. Okay, so you stay here, and we're running. I guess I could do a bale count. There's another window where I could do a bale count, but it's not that critical. It's not that important. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of bales. I hope. I'd like to get those go in groups of 30, I want to say. It's 8 rows and 7 rows times 2 on a trailer, so that's 30. I'd like to have a total of 90, because it's about 60,000 per trailer, 2,000 per bale, so about 60,000 per trailer. So 3 trailers would be 180,000. That would be nice. Okay. So this one's a little different. This one actually goes in that way. All right. The animation isn't screwy like that when you do it manually. I'm thinking that's because it's on course play. All right, and once again, we are running. But I think, since we just filled both of those and it's more than half done, I don't think we're going to have to run back over and reload those again. I think we're good. Hope so. I'm trying to... Yep, we're gonna get to the end of this farm track and get in our 1455 just as that tractor passes just as that harvester passes us, and it looks like it's about 2/3 full, so we'll be able to keep it moving and then the Magnum won't bump it again. Perfect. Right. Cover off, brake off. This thing's getting heavy too. It's a big cart for not the biggest tractor. It's not a small tractor, but it's not massive. Man, Magnum is like, look at that. You gotta give him some room, brother. In fact, let's do that right now. It's no bueno, son. You gotta relax. There you go. Better. And we can speed that up again later, but for now, so it quits banging into the, what is that, an 8240? Oh dear. Come on. And this thing is 87%. Okay, cool. So we will take what's out of the harvester across this top row, and that should be enough to fill this thing. And then we'll tip it and we'll call in an episode, and I'll finish the rest off camera. Oh yeah, this 1455 is not happy right now. It's a very slow race. Come on. If we can crest this hill, we'll be okay. There you go. There you go. And full. So sheet that. So how full is this thing going to be? Alright, so there's room for another 15,000 in there, and then 60,000 in the other. Perfect. Right, so you want to call it an episode? I think it's just going to be more of the same. Yeah, we'll call it right there. Beautiful. Folks, thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 2017. We'll see you next time. Take care now.